morning, students. Today we are going to start reduction of aldehydes and ketones. In our previous video, we will discuss about the oxidation reaction with the tolerance reagent, Bendit solution, filling solution. Also, we discuss the nucleophilic addition reaction followed by the loss of water. Today we will discuss the reduction of aldehyde and ketones to give alcohol, and also we form a hydrocarbons from aldehyde and ketone. Let us start a reduction of to alcohols. So how can we change aldehyde and ketone upon reduction? What type of alcohol it will give? So aldehyde and ketones on catalytic hydrogenation in the presence of nickel, platinum or strong reducing agent lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride, it will give alcohol. If we take aldehyde, it will give primary alcohol. If we take ketone, it will give secondary alcohol. So if we reduce aldehyde with the strong reducing agent or upon catalytic hydrogenation, it will give primary alcohol. If we reduce ketone, it will give secondary alcohol. So if we use the reducing agent hydrogen in the presence of nickel, platinum, they are very effective reducing agent. But lithium aluminum hydride is much more reactive than sodium borohydride. So it reduces esters very slowly, but it does not reduce carboxylic acid. So here we see the formula of ethyl 4-oxopentanoate. If we use sodium borohydride in acidic medium in the presence of alcohol solvent, this sodium borohydride only reduce ketone group here at this position to form a ethyl 4-hydroxy. Here 4-oxo, here 4-hydroxy, and ester group as it is. So no effect by reducing agent sodium borohydride upon ester group. If we take here lithium aluminum hydride, because it is a much more reactive than sodium borohydride, so it reduce both functional group, ester as well as ketone to alcohol and ester to alcohol, 1 methanol and pentane 1,4-diol. So it means sodium borohydride only reduce ketone group, not ester, but lithium aluminum hydride reduce ketone as well as ester group, but it does not reduce carboxylic acid at all. Clear? But sodium borohydride, but in case of lithium aluminum hydride, it reduces all the functional group present in a aldehyde or a ketone group Clear? Next we discuss reduction to hydrocarbons. How can we obtain hydrocarbons, methane, ethane, propane, butane from a aldehyde or ketone? If we proceed reduction of aldehyde and ketone in a particular reagent, it will give hydrocarbon. So first reduction with the zinc amalgam with concentrated HCl. So when we reduce aldehyde or ketone in the presence of zinc amalgam in the presence of acid, it will form alkane. This reduction is known as Clemson reduction. So it is commonly used for aldehyde and ketones which are sensitive to alkalis. So in this way we can reduce aldehyde and ketone into hydrocarbons by this method. So this reduction is known as Clemson reduction. Next we reduce aldehyde and ketone with basic solution of hydrogen. In this method we heat aldehyde and ketone with the mixture of hydrogen in the presence of strong base, either a potassium hydroxide or butoxide at 453 to 473 Kelvin in the presence of ethylene glycol as a solvent. This reduction is known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. If we reduce aldehyde and ketone in the basic solution of hydrogen, it is called Wolff-Kishner reduction. So if we react aldehyde with hydrogen upon heating, it will first give hydrazone. Further react with strong base like a potassium hydroxide in the presence of ethylene glycol or glycol alcohol as a solvent. It produces alkane along with nitrogen gas. Also we reduce aldehyde and ketone in the presence of hydrogen iodide, always reduce in the presence of red phosphorus. So at 423 Kelvin we heat it, form a alkane. These all three types of reduction we already discussed in 11th class under hydrocarbon for the preparation of alkanes. Next, reduction to pinnacols or bimolecular reduction. So when ketones, upon reduction, two molecules of ketone in the presence of magnesium amalgam and water are reduced to form a symmetrical diols. When we reduce two molecules of ketone, acetone, in the presence of magnesium amalgam, it form a 2,3-dimethyl butane 2,3-diol, which is common name is pinnacol. We cannot reduce uh, in the presence of magnesium amalgam with two aldehyde. So aldehyde don't give this reaction because only ketone give a pinnacols, but aldehyde don't give this reaction. So it is also used for the distinction of aldehyde and ketone. Clear? Next we discuss miscellaneous reaction, aldol condensation. So this type of condensation show only those aldehyde and ketones which containing at least one alpha hydrogen atom present on carbon atom which is adjacent to the carbonyl group. For example, acetaldehyde, acetone. We cannot use to for the aldol condensation in case of formaldehyde, benzaldehyde or benzophenone, because they don't contain any alpha hydrogen attached to the carbon which is adjacent to the carbonyl group. So when we take two molecule of acetaldehyde, react in the presence of basic medium, dilute alkali, it form a beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone. If aldehyde form 3-hydroxybutanol, it is called aldol. Why it is called aldol? Because there is a one aldehyde group, from that ald and OH group present. So from OH group there is a ol. So that's why it is called aldol. It is called aldol. If here ketone group present, it is called ketol. It is called ketol. So aldol condensation show only that molecule which contain a alpha hydrogen atom present to the adjacent to carbonyl group. A carbonyl group hai, this carbon is known as alpha and it contain a alpha hydrogen atom like this. So further, this molecule under the dehydration upon heating in the acidic medium, it form a but-2-enol or crotonaldehyde or crotonaldehyde, क्योंकि दोनों इथो OH ते इथो H, if we heat this product, it form a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde or ketone product. So yes, acetone also undergo this reaction. So when we react two molecules of acetophenone in the presence of sodium ethoxide, it form a aldol. Further upon hydrolysis, it form a dipenone. Its name is dipenone or 1,3-diphenyl but-2 in 1-one. So though ketones gives ketol and aldehyde gives aldol. Clear? So formaldehyde, benzaldehyde and benzophenone does not undergo aldol condensation due to the absence of alpha hydrogen atom present on carbon atom which is adjacent to the carbonyl group, because absence of alpha hydrogen atom. That's why they don't give aldol condensation. Clear? Next one is cross aldol condensation. So aldol condensation is not confined to condensation of two molecules of same aldehyde or ketone, self condensation. So it also can take place between two different molecule. If we proceed the reaction aldol condensation in the same molecule, cross aldol means if we take two different types of molecules of aldehyde or ketone, or one aldehyde or one ketone, but there is a problem in this condensation, the condensation of two different carbonyl group in the presence of a base, that is called cross aldol condensation. But the compounds in these reaction used must be selected carefully, otherwise it will give a several product. For example, if we take ethanol and propanol, it will give a 4 types of product, because ethanol and propanol give 4 products, because either of these compound can form enolate ion or attack by enolate ion of ethanol on propanol to give a product one formed by the attack of enolate of propanol on ethanol. They undergo self condensation. For example, this is a propanol molecule and this is a ethanol component. So it attack on this carbonyl compound to form a 3-hydroxypentenyl. So enolate of ethanol adds to the propanol. This is called enolate. So similarly, ethanol attacked by propanol, enolate of propanol. So add to ethanol. So a second product ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋ form ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ 3-hydroxy 2-methyl butanol. So it's also undergo the self condensation can enolate attack on ethanol carbonyl compound to form a this product 3-hydroxy butanol. Similarly, enolate of propanol attack on the propanol molecule undergo the self condensation of propanol. So the selection of the compounds must select carefully, because otherwise it will give a number of mixture of product. So you use one carbonyl compound which does not contain alpha hydrogen, because therefore they cannot undergo self condensation. For example, we take one, here we take without alpha hydrogen carbonyl compound and one is containing alpha hydrogen. So when we react acetaldehyde and formaldehyde and dilute NaOH, it will give a 3-hydroxypropanol, because this molecule does not undergo the self condensation and it does not attack on the form of enolate on next molecule. So that's why it form only one product. Similarly, if we take a benzaldehyde and another molecule of acetone, it will give a this product. Further, upon hydrolysis dehydration, it form a 4-phenyl but 3 in 2-on. This type of condensation is known as Clinton condensation. This type of condensation is known as Clinton condensation. Next most important reaction, Cannizzaro reaction. So aldehyde, this reaction used for those aldehyde which don't contain any alpha hydrogen atom, for example formaldehyde or benzaldehyde, undergo self oxidation and reduction reaction when we treat formaldehyde and benzaldehyde in the presence of concentrated alkali. So one molecule oxidize and another one is reduced to alcohol. So when we react two molecules of formaldehyde or benzaldehyde in this concentrated potassium hydroxide, it will form a methanol. Here it is reduced to alcohol and it also oxidize similar way potassium formate. It form a potassium formate. Next we take cross Cannizzaro reaction. If we take between two different aldehydes but both don't contain alpha hydrogen atom. First one is para-methoxybenzaldehyde and formaldehyde in 50% solution of NaOH. It form a para-methoxybenzyl alcohol. It is reduced form and sodium formate. Next we discuss intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction which proceed in the Cannizzaro reaction in which take place between two molecules of same or different aldehyde. Intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction occur in the same molecule that undergo reduce as well as oxidize. Means disproportionation reaction according to that. So glyoxal molecule which contain two aldehyde molecule which does not contain any alpha hydrogen but contains two aldehyde group. So it undergo intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction in the presence of strong alkali. First it form a sodium salt, further upon reacting with dilute HCl it form a glycolic acid. Discuss reaction with aluminium ethoxide or Tischenko reaction. This reaction is a modified form of Cannizzaro reaction because all aldehyde with or without alpha hydrogen can be made undergo Cannizzaro reaction when we treat with aluminium ethoxide. So under these conditions, the alcohol and the acid produced combine together to form a ester. So when we react two molecules of acetaldehyde in the presence of aluminium ethoxide, it will first give acetic acid and ethanol, further react with each other to form a ester or sweet smelling substance. This reaction is known as Tischenko reaction. This we proceed also with allyl aldehyde to form a allyl acrylate. Next, halogenation. So aldehydes and ketones which having alpha hydrogen under halogenation under suitable condition in which hydrogens are successively replaced by halogen atom. When we react acetaldehyde with chlorine, it form chloral. So there are three hydrogen atoms replaced by three chlorine atoms along with three molecules of HCl. So when we passed or bubble chlorine gas through a warm acetone, it form a mixture of chloropropanes is obtained. This one and this one. So mixture of chloropropane we can obtain. Next, action with Schiff base. So what is a Schiff reagent? So the Schiff reagent is a pink colored aqueous solution of rose aniline hydrochloride, which has been decolorized when we pass sulfur dioxide through it. So when aldehyde are treated with decolorized solution of Schiff reagent, so if the pink color restore, it means the presence component is aldehyde, but ketone does not give this test. So when aldehyde react with Schiff reagent who's decolorized with the help of sulfur dioxide, again its pink color reappear. It means it's aldehyde. If does not reappear pink color, it means that is a ketone. Next type of reaction, polymerization. Polymer means when two or more monomer units combine again and again to form a big molecule. So aldehyde and ketones are readily undergo polymerization because there is a carbonyl group present, double bond, multiple bond present with oxygen and carbon. So when formaldehyde is allowed to stand at room temperature, it slowly undergoes to polymerization and form a white solid product that is called trioxane or metaformaldehyde. If we react aqueous solution of 40% of formaldehyde, which is called formalin, is evaporated to dryness on water bath, it changes into paraformaldehyde. It changes into paraformaldehyde, which is used for the preparation of bakelite with the phenol. Similarly, we polymerize three molecules of acetylide to form a cyclic trimer, which is hyponatic, used as a hyponatic in medicine. Similarly, further higher members of aldehyde combine to form a polymers and also like a ketones. Next, substitution reaction of benzene nucleus and aldehyde and ketone. We already discussed in case of aldehyde and ketones and aromatic, it is a meta-attracting because there is a no charge on negative charge on ortho and para because positive charge dispersed throughout the ring, and electrophilic substitution occurs at meta position because there is no positive charge present on it. So when we react for benzaldehyde with chlorine and ferric salt, ferric chloride, it form a metachlorobenzaldehyde. If we react acetophenone with chlorine, it form a metachloroacetophenone. Similarly, we proceed nitration. When we proceed nitration for benzaldehyde in the presence of sulfuric acid, it form a metanitrobenzaldehyde. If we proceed with acetophenone, it form a metanitroacetophenone. Next, last is sulfonation. So if we proceed benzaldehyde with sulfuric acid, it will form meta benzaldehyde sulfonic acid. If we react with acetophenone, it will give meta benzaldehyde meta acetophenone sulfonic acid, acetophenone sulfonic acid. Clear? So if you guys have any doubt up to this topic or in this chapter aldehyde and ketone, you can call me or through message you clarify your doubt. So users, do yourself from your book. So if you have any query, you call to me. Thank you.